Are you looking for some fast and easy card ideas? Then look no further than the Memories and More and the Ephemera packs from Stampin' Up. Hi, my name is Anne Cowan. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator in Ottawa, Canada, where it is very cold today. And today I'm going to be sharing with you one of the new Memories and More kits or card packs coming up in the new January mini catalog. It's called Days Like This, Memories and More. And if you've never used Memories and More, they are great starting places for your card designs. I'm just going to show you, we'll work on this one and I'll show you the pieces. There's another one that's currently in the catalog called Celebration Expressions, Memories and More. And for my upcoming birthday class, we're going to be using this set. And look at how fun these colors are. So these papers are a little bit bigger. You need to cut them down to fit on our regular 5.5 by 4 1/4 cards. But these are great layering pieces. This one is all thanks in many different languages. And then for layering up, they're just so fun. So I had fun designing with this pack. So that will be in the birthday pack. Something new they're offering this year is Softest Spring Mix and Match Puffy stickers. And when I pulled it out, I thought it was one sheet and I thought, whoa, those are really thick. But it's actually 2 sheets. So they still are thick, but they're not as thick as I thought they were. So those are going to be fun to work with. When I was designing these cards, I didn't have these yet, so I might add some onto our cards today. So those are really fun and really pretty colors. I could see using some of these for Valentine's Day as well. So that is the Softest Spring Mix and Match Puffy stickers. I think that's the first time that we've had puffy stickers from what I can remember. And this one is called... So these ones I'm showing you now are coming up. Easter Time Mix and Match Ephemera pack. So it's got 6 sheets, 2 of each. Cute little wreath. And I would use these as a base and then build upon them. Or accents to the cards that I'm doing. Some tulips, some lilies. There we have another wreath. Cute little Easter egg. A bunny. So it could be used for spring as well, not just Easter. Another little watering can. Really, really pretty. So Easter Time Mix and Match. And then this one is Fully Flowering. Now, I don't know if this is in the new catalog or if we already have it. I just happened to notice it, and so I ordered it because I thought, well, I haven't seen that. So this one has 8 sheets. So 2 of each of 4 designs. So that's the first design. My camera's not where it usually is. This is the second design. So all florals. You can color your own to match what you're doing. Or, hey Pat, you can just use them to accent the cards that you're doing. Really, really pretty. So that one is Fully Flowering Ephemera pack. Now the one we're going to be using today is called Days Like This, Memories and More. So you get 54 pieces. That's a lot. So you can make a lot of different cards. Now I tried to pull them all out. I might have missed some, but we might find them when we're doing our cards. So these, I believe, are 4 by 7. 4 by 6. So for our cards, we just need to trim them down a little bit, but that trim down piece you'll use in your other cards. So there's that side. So they're also designed for scrapbooking or the Memories and More albums. That's why they have, some of them have lines, but you just use the pieces you want. I would use this little chunk, but I use this piece on some of my cards. Then we have this beautiful butterfly. So there's butterfly themes as well. And for this one, if you don't want to use Filled with Happiness, you just put your sentiment over top. And there are more. But we'll have, oh, here's one. This one that I made a really simple card with, and then the back. So really practical, especially if you're making teacher cards and you need a whole bunch of them, which I know Pat, who is on here, does. Yeah. These would be beautiful end of the year cards. So here's some of the little ones. These are 4x3. So that side and then this side. But again, if you don't want all good things, you just put a little sentiment piece there. Then this one, that matches that other piece. And then this really pretty one. And I know there's other ones, so we'll come upon them as we're doing our cards. So we're going to do 4 cards, but you could easily do 14 cards, or you could easily do 20 cards just with the layouts I'm showing you. Now I didn't check my glue, so hopefully it's good. So this is Pool Party on a white base. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Kind of. Oh, whoa. It's either nothing or a lot. All right. Hopefully that's not going to ooze all over. So just a white card base. We're going to add a piece of Pool Party. And then I've cut it down to, this is 4 by 5 1/4. Because the other one is just 1/8 of an inch. Anyone else in the craft room today? It's pretty chilly here, although out in the sunshine it's nice. You can see my glue oozing out here, so I'm just going to not push down there too much. So then I just used a punch, an oval punch, but I did find it a little bit too white on this background because it's faded blue. So I did take a blender brush and just put a little bit of blue Pool Party on it, stamped off so it's not too bright. And let's see, I see a bow over there I might just grab. You never know what you can find on your desk. All right, so there we've got that. And I did punch out from an old punch I have that has the 2 different size butterflies. But let's look at the puffy stickers and see if there might be one that's pretty. Let's use this little pink one. And it's actually the same height as this raised with dimensionals. Looking to see if there's anything else I want to add here. Let's try this. I haven't used these yet, but just for little accents. Kind of cute. Now I noticed this little bow I have here from another project. I'm going to see if I like it. It's balmy blue. Is it balmy blue? I think it's balmy blue, but I like it. And then I added one of our little brushed brass butterflies. That's hard to say. So very simple card. If you're looking for something really quick and easy, then this is the piece that I cut off of here. And so I'm just going to tuck it inside. Don't want to waste anything. All right, there we go. I will let that dry a little bit. And it's bugging me that it has this thread. So this ribbon I actually cut in half. So that's why it's fraying a little bit. Okay, let's put that one over there. The next one we're using Daffodil Delight. And this piece, what I did is I took my Everyday Arches and I die cut it so that it's in the shape of an arch. So let's just layer this up. So you'll remember one of the pages had this on the back, that one with the lines. So I'm just going to use it as an accent piece. And that was the one. I would probably not use this side. I would probably always use these beautiful butterflies. So 4 by 5 1/4. And this is probably 1.5 or 2 maybe. 1.5 by 4. So I'm going to put that down like this. My glue is cooperating so far. So then we do have our one that we die cut. So I have one that says Happy Birthday, and then I have one that says Make a Wish. I think I'll do birthday. So then I did do a vellum one, just one size up for this one. So we'll pop that on. Just give it a good rub. And then pop some dimensionals. And at the end, I'll show you what I'm working on for next week. It is so cute. So, so cute. All right, we're going to put this like this. Now I'm eyeing those butterfly stickers. So that was from there. So I did, again, punch out some butterflies to put on it, but I'm looking at this one. I might even pull in the blue. Is that the biggest one? Yeah. Let's pull in the blue one. And then add this little linen thread bow. Or like I said, you can use your punched ones or you can use the brushed brass butterflies. We're just going to put this right like that. And I might add one yellow one. See, I picked yellow because there was yellow down here, and now I'm changing it all up and adding blue. Okay. So I'm going to put one yellow one down here with just a little piece of a dimensional. Which I didn't really cut very well, but there we go. Now I don't know where I want it. All right, I'll put it right in the corner there. And you could add some gems or some Wink of Stella. All right, another cute and easy card. Okay, let's keep going. The next one, toss these in the bucket. So the next one is a bit of a fun fold. So for our base, we just have 5.5 by 4.25 base, just one layer thick, because I have another one I'm going to put over top. So let's get all these. So I have these two pieces that I'm going to put on the edge. You could, of course, if you don't want to just have one flat piece, put another piece behind. Then sometimes people don't know where to write their message. So again, this is a Memories and More pack, available January 6th. I would say the butterfly is theme, or the theme is butterflies, and it's called Days Like This. You get so many pieces to play with. So this piece is 8.5. Is it 8.5? Yeah, because this is 4.25. So it's 8.5. So just the size width of a page, and then you just fold it in half at 4.25. And then we're going to use that pretty little one on the inside. I was going to use it on the outside when I first designed this, and I thought, wait a minute, that would be perfect on the outside. So I want this centered. You can see I didn't fold it very well, but oh well. So this is going to go inside. That one's really pretty as well. The paper is just really pretty. Kind of happy to be out of red and green for the time being. So just enough space to write your little message. And again, where are all those little butterflies I had? I'm going to put another one up here, just because I have them. All right. Then on the front, I forget which set this is from, but it's an old retired set, but I just love it. And then I trimmed this down a little bit so it would fit inside. So depending what you could use the postage stamp one, or you could use the arches as well. big hugs for a good friend or happy Mother's Day. I'm going to do big hugs for a good friend. So that's going to go here. So I did it so it just fits. And I'm going to pop this up. Thinking now I could have put a little ribbon around it too. That's the one fun thing about having a little flap. You could take a ribbon, such as this, which is not ribbon, it's thread. Let's just see if we like that. I do like a bow, so I want to make sure that I get it in the same grooves. That looks like I'm one up, but I'm not. And I'm going to wrap it underneath so that the bow goes in the middle, is the idea. Let's see if I get it right. Pretty good. All right, okay, that's cute. So I'll just pop all these off. So these are all super simple cards, but I think they're cute. So then this is going to go like this. Now, there's another little blue butterfly that I might just put down here. It's not the right shade of blue, but I think it still looks pretty. Now, I would probably go back, well, let's do it now, and take a glue dot, roll it up, and tuck it under here. And I probably would have preferred that to be more in the middle, but hey. The other thing I'm going to do is take some Wink of Stella and color these. Do you call it coloring or do you call it glittering? I'm going back to this one. Oh, I forgot something. For this one, I also had this little one to put inside. Now, if you know you're going to want a bigger message, don't do this. But if you just want a little message, then there you go. Now it needs Wink of Stella. All right, so there's our third card, and I did add a little brushed brass butterfly to this one because, as I said, I hadn't got these yet. I do like the little brushed butterflies though. All right, and one more. And this one looks like that. So I don't have a card base. Let me just go grab one. So we've got garden green onto a white card base. Then we have this piece, which I hadn't shown you before because I think I had them all in this little pile. So this is one of the smaller pieces, the 4x3 pieces. So we're going to put that. I did cut it down a little bit. Did I cut it down? Yeah, I cut it down 1/8. So it fits inside there. Then we have this piece, which is really pretty. That's the back. Lots of laughter. So again, they're kind of designed for scrapbooking as well, or those albums that I was telling you about, which if you have grandkids, those are really handy because when you're visiting and you want to take pictures, you can put them in, just pop them in the little binder and little hands won't ruin them. I know when we visit our grandson, I do send him pictures afterwards. Okay, now I missed a whole step here. That's okay. So for this one, I actually wrapped linen thread around it before I put this piece on. This one is not going to have that, but that's okay. And I also did not do a sentiment. So when in doubt, grab your Greetings for All Mix and Match Ephemera pack. This pack I've used so much. Now we could go with black because there is the black detailing there. Let's see if there's a black one that I like. What about Sending Hugs? Yeah, I like that. Sending Hugs could be for anything. Hi, Margaret. The butterflies are cute. All right, so let's add just a couple of dimensionals. And then before I do, I'm going to add Wink of Stella. You can add it to one accent one, or I'm going to add it to the two big orange ones. And then we'll add Sending Hugs. I do have another little bow here. I find with these ones, it's kind of hard to figure out where to put the bow unless you put it on a butterfly. Let's do that. Let's just make this butterfly flying with a bow. All right, so with the linen thread, you really have to squish it down a lot. There we go. And then because I have all these leftover butterflies, I'm going to put one inside. So these ones are from an old punch that had two different sizes of butterflies. I like to keep my punches because I like to use them. I do classes at a senior citizens residence, so sometimes I will have a whole bunch of things punched out because they usually want a card not for what you brought and designed it for. So now I use that ephemera pack and it's really handy. Before I'd say, okay, we're all making thank you cards, and someone would say, I need a birthday card. So you're quickly trying to find a birthday sentiment. So now I have a little container with the ephemera pack in it, already punched out. Oh, I did have one. Okay. So they can just choose. And just so you know, this is the one I used, but then I just cut it off here so it was the right length. So I was more organized than I thought. That's okay. All right, so let's look at all the ones we made, and then I'm going to show you a sneak peek of what I'm going to be working on next week. I'm so excited. It's so cute. So here's card number 4. Tell me if you have a favorite. That's the only one I made ahead of time. Card number 3. Card number 2. We'll go like that. So this is the Days Like This Memories and More pack. Whoopsie. Coming in the January 6th mini catalog. So with one pack, and this one is really, really pretty, you can make tons of cards. It's a really good deal. And I tried not to add too many other things so you can see how versatile it is and how easy it is to make a whole bunch of cards. And then this birthday one is amazing. I have a whole bunch of cards designed, but they're not quite put together yet because that will be for another video. All right, do you have a favorite? Let's just go this way. Number 1, number 2, number 3, or number 4? Or do you just love them all, or it's not really your style? I do love doing over-the-top cards, so these ones are pretty simple, but sometimes simple is good. These would be perfect for my seniors class because they're easy to put together. And maybe not this one. This one I think I would just keep to a normal card. But it is fun to craft along with them. And the thing is, they can't get out to purchase cards, so it's really nice for them to be able to come to class and go away with some cards to give to the friends. Oh, thanks, Pat. All right, now stay tuned. I'm just going to show you a quick sneak peek of what I'm working on for next week. So this is a card I made the other day with my This to That series I was doing. And actually, after I got off, I thought, wow, that's really cute. I really like it. And I did go back and add some of the little shaker things. And I added this inside piece, which is cut from the Love Notes paper. So you'll see here it's embossed with the hearts embossing folder. And this one is the boxes and lines or something like that. Anyways, super cute. And yeah, this is the Love Notes paper. So I thought, oh, I really like that. So I'm going to recreate one similar using the Valentine Kisses dies. Now this set is available now. It's an online set, Yellow Dot online. And it's one of those sets that you can just really have fun playing with all the elements of it. So I will show you what I've started to play with, and then I'll put it together and make some cards next week. I might make a couple of cards on different days. So here's what I've got so far. Isn't this, it's so cute. So I took this one earlier and I thought, I wonder what that would look like. So cute. Not with this piece here, but although that doesn't look bad. But just these little bears are adorable. So there's 3 different bears. There's this little bear, and one of the stamps says, giving you a big smooch. So that's really cute. And then he can be in the kissing booth, of course. And then there's this other little bear. I'll leave it on the black because it shows up well. There's this other little bear, and you can add wings if you want. And then there's this little bear, and I didn't realize until I started die cutting it, but it die cuts so that you can slide these things in. So here's my little blue bear. So you can slide it in and slide it out. So it looks like he's holding it. Isn't that just the cutest? And there's also a little, probably supposed to be a honey pot, but I saw someone who had designed it and put little hearts in there. Probably these little hearts. And there's cute little birds. It's just adorable. So that's what I'm going to be working on next week on my Facebook Lives. I won't be doing a class on this, but if you are part of Pinery Paper Pals, we will be making one of these cards at our get-together in February because it's the week before Valentine's Day. Okay, so stay tuned. Last night I was just watching a movie and I was coloring all the little bears. They're so cute. And I did add Wink of Stella to their noses and his wings. And I like this little heart that's with it as well. And then there's another Valentine's Day set, Endless Love it's called, and it will be in the new catalog. And it has some cute die cuts as well. It has XOs and larger hearts, and I think a smaller heart as well. So I'll probably be combining some things from both sets, but mainly featuring this set. And like I said, I'm going to recreate a card similar to this, but using some of these elements. It's just so cute. See, this is from the Love Notes. And sometimes you see that, well, although Sending Hugs is perfectly cute, you could just take your little bear and put it right over top. So fun. So fun. And don't forget, if you're interested in the seasonal sampler, where you get 11 little packages, where you're going to make one card using each of the new designer series papers, and you get a sample of the paper, the ribbon, and the embellishments. That's coming up January 24th. It's online. Virtual Winter Retreat is January 31st. That one you'll be making 14 cards, 7 designs, 2 of each. Also using all new products, all different from the seasonal sampler. And then my birthday Stamp-A-Stack is February 14th, also online. And it will be, part of the cards will be using these products So stay tuned. You can register for any of my classes on my website, maryannecowan.com/events. Thanks for watching. I do appreciate it if you like or share my video. If you're watching the replay on YouTube, I invite you to subscribe to my channel and hit that notification button so that you'll know when I post a new video. And I hope you look at the Memories and More card packs and also the new ephemera kits. We just started getting those maybe a couple of years back because I remember thinking, I don't even know how to pronounce this, but now everybody does, so it's ephemera. All right, so I hope you have a good weekend. I hope you get to spend some time in your craft room, and we'll see you next week. Thanks, everyone.